All right, thank you, members of the board. I appreciate your hard work on trying to resolve mental health as an issue. However, this entire proposal is predicated on a canard. Trinity Health has $25 billion in annual revenue. They can go wherever they want. And as Trustee Maurer indicated, the limiting factor on mental health is not building space. It's people. It's people. And if you think that they're going to take a very scarce resource, that's mental health professionals, and relocate them to Hillside Middle School, you're wrong. This is subject to the same problems that it was 2 years ago, which are procedural and also substantive. So let's talk about the procedural one first. Under people like Mary Kay Gallagher, we work very, very hard to be very open with our community. This is not. This is the second time in December, in the middle of the winter, as we're approaching Christmas, in fact, to the day, where a proposal is put out and subject for approval without that proposal seeing the eyes of anyone outside of this room. We never did that. We would always want to engage the public so that they could go opine, because we have people in our community that talk about this professionally, right? And we didn't do that again. This was noticed to people at 3:34 yesterday when it was added to on the agenda. We had plenty of time to advertise our new website, or when we have candles, or we're riding on horses, but we didn't have time to tell people, hey, this is a big issue that parents are going to want to learn about, and they're going to want to read the MOU itself, not a summary and not a description, certainly not one where we try to modify the terms. That's a big problem. It erodes the trust with the community that we worked very hard over a long period of time to build. You have to be open with everybody. Make your case. You guys made a very good case here about the need for this, but you make your case to the public before you put the issue up for vote. That's the procedural issue. We've been through this again. It's really erosive to the community. As far as the substantive, we have the same problem we had before. Trinity is a big company. They allow students as young as 14 to schedule appointments on their own. If you have, as you mentioned, MyChart, Epic, you cannot see your 14-year-old child's appointments in that chart. There's no transparency to parents. Okay, that's a big problem in something that is located in a school. That may be their procedure, that may be their policy, but is it our policy? It most certainly, under my duration, was never our policy. We're open with our parents. We're forthright with our parents. This is not. I found it fascinating that clinics are only going to be open from 2 to 8 p.m., so there really aren't any synergies other than a middle school kid staying after school. Because a parent coming to Hillside Middle School at, say, 6 o'clock can just as easily take their kid to the IHA building that's located at 7 and Haggerty, 4 miles away, or the U of M clinic also there, and Corwell also there. In the presentation, there was a reference to referrals. We kind of said, well, this isn't what they're doing, but you see in writing, it says they can make a referral. So again, looking at it from my perspective of, hey, what can be done without parental consent? And the answer is a lot of things, a lot of things. They can talk, they can have a substance abuse screening. They can get a referral to another doctor within their facility. And if MyChart is blocked off, can't see it after that, parents aren't going to know. Not appropriate. They're trying to drive business, and I appreciate it. I know it's a big issue to solve, but providing space without those limits set in stone is a disservice to the community. Thank you.